Philadelphia trails by 5. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Powell. Hands it from downtown. Powell's got himself on the board with 3 there. 17 seconds left in the first quarter. Now here's Burks. Tight defense on him. Three seconds left. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams. And Kevin Durant, former MVP, still feels like he has.
I think it's another level I can go.
Well, the will seems to be there, Greg, but Kevin Durant seems surrounded by uncertainty. Can he get that and stay healthy for the entire season? How does he work with his new coach? Where does he really want to be?
You know, the truth is, no one but Kevin knows the answers to those questions. And quite frankly, he may not know right now what those answers are. He's a very unique and introspective kind of guy, as we all saw when he accepted that MVP award a couple years ago. So let's just stay tuned on this one.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Cavaliers.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
On the court for Cleveland, we've got Johnson. Black Hole is out there with Powell, and it's Udoh in at small forward. Nato, Burke covering. Here's D'Antoni. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness. Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks. The lead changes hands once more. There has been no separation between these two teams.
You know, it's made for one heck of an entertaining game. Even when it hasn't been the best basketball being played, it sure has been fun to watch.
This trip is his second to the free throw line in this one.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Splashed them one after another. It really was quite a display from the stripe. And, guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
And Philadelphia making a change here. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Here's Powell. Can't get it to go. And Cleveland the other way now. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Philadelphia trails by 4. And here's Richardson outside. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Richardson's got his second bucket of the night. Laverne passes to Black Hole. Got a piece of it, and they'll keep possession. Picked his pocket. And they're on the break. Throws it up high. Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
I'd say, 8 lead changes, that speaks for itself.
Wow, back and forth start, that's for sure.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Pass to Barnes. Stolen by Warren. Passes to Black Hole. High post try. Laverne cleans up the mess with the savage putback flush.
No tip required when you've got room to make the stuff.
Has some powerful second chance points right there.
Yeah, and guys, not wasting it.
Oh, look out, and then you throw up stuff like that. And you go, oh my, how does it even go in? He pulls a Houdini.
Oh, goodness.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. Some changes for Philadelphia. Nogueira comes in for Barnes. And Serge Ibaka subbed in for Powell. Burks, he's checked in for Cleveland. Off the inbound pass. Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Ibaka. And now Philadelphia on the break. And the dunk by Nogueira.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And guys, mark that play right there because that could be the one that leads to a surge to break this thing wide open.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
And here they come. On up the court. Burks' shot is good.
And you can see the importance of that steal. I mean, really a 4-point turnaround with the conversion at the other end right there.
Yeah, the importance of the defense there. Instead of giving up the bucket and having that 5-point deficit, all of a sudden, we got a tie ball game.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds thus far.
And all that hard work on the boards needs to continue because that potentially may swing the game.
The pass to Kelly. From deep, from beyond the arc, and then some. 6 points for him.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will to date.
Yeah, the defense struggling to take that away from them.
Burks in the corner. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Cavaliers lead by 1.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here. They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough. I love the low post attack on that one.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 8 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Really flowing here. Durant for 3, and he gets it to go. Durant's got 11.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Black Hole passes to Warren. And the layup is good.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range. So I'd have to agree with you, partner.
Pass to Keller. Feeds to Ibaka. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Back to Richardson. Off target from three-point range. The Cavaliers trailing. Here's Warren. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. And they're running. Here's Keller. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 9 points in the game so far.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
And we're through the first half of basketball here in what's been a good one. Philadelphia leads by 4. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Kevin, there was a point where you seemed to kick it into high gear. What changed as this first half progressed?
Well, we stay with
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and How about you, Kenny? What did you think about this home team?
Well, they were consistent from downtown. The playmakers found open shooters, and the shooters delivered and knocked down shots on a high level. In some ways, it came down to confidence. We'll see if they have that same.
And that'll wrap up our halftime show, the third quarter.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
No slowing him down, just incredible numbers for Burks. He has 14 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
We've got Ibaka. He's out there with Nogueira. Richardson is out there with Durant. And it's Keller in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Monty Williams.
Hey, I like creativity and a circus finish as much as anybody. But you better be sure you got a chance to make it.
Now here's Durant. He's covered closely. From deep. Rebound, Love. Love's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Burks. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Surreal alley-oop that time, partner.
The pass, Clark, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
Precision at its finest.
And guys, it had to be, because not nearly as easy a play as they made it look.
Burks in for his 7th make in 13 tries.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
For 3, Richardson. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got 3 assists in the game. Timeout called, Cleveland. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Udo's checked in. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. To the paint, here's Burks, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Durant for 3. But they'll get another chance. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Love. Block shots, a stat that sometimes doesn't tell the whole story. Big-time shot blockers aren't always elite defenders. And then the opposite is true. Their block shot totals don't quite capture that great impact they really have defensively.
You know, and Hakeem the Dream, certainly one of the greatest all-around players to have ever played the game. An endless array of offensive moves down low, no doubt. And defensively, his numbers speak for themselves. I mean, almost 4,000 career blocks, 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards, just a legendary low-post defender. Oh, my goodness. That's like temporary insanity right there.
Do you think he realizes we've actually got a serious game taking place here? I have my doubts, partner.
Here's Laverne. Here's D'Antoni. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Black Hole's got 10.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Well, let's take a look at where Philadelphia ended up rank-wise in the league last year. 2nd in points off turnovers. 3rd in three-point shooting. And they showed up in the top 5 in three-point percentage. That's elite level when you talk about knocking down threes.
And go back to points off those turnovers. I mean, teams really get caught unprepared to deal with that blitzing style, that trapping, diving in the passing lanes, and then running it down your throat in transition.
For Cleveland, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Clearly, they've been outclassed in the paint, really at both ends of the floor.
Can't get it to go. And it's Philadelphia the other way.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
And the rejection by Udo. Here's Powell. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Nogueira's got his third rebound tonight. For three, Richardson. Cavaliers with the rebound. Cleveland with the ball. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. And that one's good.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
Nogueira kicks to Durant. Here's Keller. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's his first foul.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
The screen from Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. Ibaka comes with the double team. Nogueira with the steal. Durant for 3. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Another 3 for Cleveland.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows from behind the arc.
He trains the quick shot. Durant's got 5 points now this quarter.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
The screen from Thompson. Terrific design on the big play, and he lays it in. Thompson's got the lead up to 5 now for the Cavs. Philadelphia shooting straight 49% from the field. Pass to Ibaka. It's Richardson on the wing. Outside Durant. Out left to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Stolen away. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
Philadelphia team ball.
T.J. Warren, who's checked in for Cleveland.
T.J. Warren.
Philadelphia trails by 5. Durant dishes to Richardson. Passes it to Keller. 3-pointer. And that one's good. He's got 12.
And it looks to me like he still has some of the shooting touch that he displayed in the first.
That's his first personal foul into the lineup for the Cavaliers. Alec Burks.
Now, here's Burks. Richardson covering. Now, Burks. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And guys, you might remember that he was not at his best from the foul line in their last outing.
Well, you know, whenever he got to the line, he just couldn't find the target. But nights like that do happen, even to the best of them.
Knocked loose. Stolen by Thompson. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. Cleveland ahead, leading by 3. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. So it's Philadelphia now. After this one, they're off to San Antonio to take on the Spurs. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court for Cleveland, Kevin Love out there with Warren. Then there's Alec Burks, and it's Laverne in at the 5. It puts them in the lead. Richardson's got 4 this quarter. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for Philadelphia?
Defensively, they played with a a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
And he makes the first. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Keller passes to Nogueira. He dishes it to Ibaka. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Stolen by Warren. We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Shots good by Laverne. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well. Just a great, great battle these two teams are waging here today.
Boy, it sure is, and I'm getting the sense that this game could end up being decided by just 1 or 2 plays down the stretch.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
You know, I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit. I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Jason Kidd was just going over the plan with his team. The game's still in question, but he told his players, guys, this is when it's fun, right? Time is winding down, a close game. This is where you show the preparation and the time you've put in. Kevin, we'll see if they respond.
And he gets it to go. And the Cavaliers lead by 3.
And tired legs affect you at the defensive end first, and that's what we're seeing here.
You called it, Greg. As much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
They get it back. Richardson kicks to Nogueira. Takes the 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just are not letting up at all.
Blackhole passes to Laverne. Nogueira pulls it in. For Philadelphia, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. There's the pass to Keller. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Here's D'Antoni.
That happened.
Yeah.
And that's a punch to the jaw. This game as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game, Kevin.
But, Clark, I don't know that he planned it out too far in advance. That was one of those things that just happened.
I think it was premeditated.
I really don't. I think that he's one of those guys that just plays off of instinct, and they don't mind him making those kinds of plays, even in a close game.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Scooped up. Kicks it to Richardson. Durant for 3. Looks good. Is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Thompson, he's checked in for Laverne.
That's his second personal foul. Into the lineup for the Cavaliers, Tristan Thompson.
Now, here's Burks. D right on him. Good on the baseline, Jay. Burks has got 21.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Here's Keller. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Black Hole. For Philadelphia, they've gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. It's Richardson on the wing. Burks covering. Richardson dishes to Nogueira. The feed now to Richardson. 5 to shoot. Shoots. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Oh, no, you hate to see that. Those are just the kind of errors that can cost you in a game like this.
Timeout called. Cleveland. They trail by 3. 1:35 left here in the fourth quarter. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Dishes it to Warren. Love with a wide open look. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Philadelphia's gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. The Cavaliers have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
And sometimes he can hit that deep three, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
Blackwell passes to Love. Love with another miss. Philadelphia shooting and hitting almost everything here in the fourth, up around 58% from the field.
Somebody lit a fire under Kevin Durant.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're losing by 4. 51 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Yeah, but in the first half, he was just purely flawless as a ball securer. But that certainly hasn't been the case here in the second half.
And here's Richardson outside. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
And so it's Cleveland with it. 7-point differential. The screen from Thompson. To the middle. Here's D'Antoni. And another miss by Cleveland.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Got a piece of it, and they get it back. Philadelphia with the ball. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Pushing their lead to double digits.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're down by 10. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's picked off. Durant for 3. Powell pulls it in. Here's Black Hole from deep three-point range. Can't get it to fall. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And this broadcast,
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson again, folks, alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Time now to take a quick peek at our Jordan Player of the Game. He had an outstanding fourth quarter where he really shined, pouring it on heavy down the stretch.
He put his stamp on the game in a big way with his long-range shooting. 7 3-point shots. I don't know if that was part of their plan going in, or when he got hot, they just decided to keep going to him. but it certainly worked out.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show, but not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K.